the Athenians thought they were in superbly wonderful shape, but in reality, they were in really serious trouble. Well, apparently these two guys knew that Athens was in trouble, and they intended to fly off to a foreign land with no troubles at all and get away from it all. Let's hear from them as they enter the stage.
What was that? Straight on over there by the tree.
Oh, damn you. This one keeps croaking. Go back.
You stupid idiot. What's the point of wondering about up and down, backwards and forwards on this wild goose chase? It's hopeless.
I must be an idiot letting a crow persuade me to go trudging around in circles mile after mile.
And I'm the moron letting a jackdaw persuade me to go about wearing my toenails away to nothing.
I wonder where we are. Do you think we could find a way back to our country from here?
I don't even think exciting would do that.
Hell.
You go there if you want. Don't expect me to follow.
That bird bartering bastard at the market. It's all his fault. Flaming full of crotties, this filthy crust. He swore these birds would lead us to Tereus, the whoopee bird. I can't do this right now, it's too funny. Who turned from flesh to fowl. 1 oboe for the jerk of a jackdaw there, and 3 for his coolest crow. And all we found so far is peck marks on our fingers. What are you gawking at? You are leading us right now over those rocks. There's no sign of any road over there.
Nothing, by Zeus. There's no way through there.
This crow's trying to tell us the way. He's definitely croaking on about something by Zeus.
What's he saying about the way?
Ow, he's telling me the way he likes to knit my fingers.
Look at us. What a pair of idiots. All we want is to get the bird, and we can't even do that. Yes, gentlemen, I'm sick as a parrot. We both are. But not sick like Sacas. He's not a native, though he'd love to be. No, we're true citizens, born and bred, honored members of both tribe and clan, but we want to be free as the birds, so we've upped and flown our country's coop. It's not that we hate our city, not at all. It's a magnificent land where all are free and come to court and pay their fines. Take the cricket. For 1 month, maybe 2, he sits up in a fig tree and chirps out his song, whereas your average Athenian wastes a lifetime sitting in court, chirping on and on and on and on and on. That's why we are on this journey, kitted out with these pots, baskets, and myrtle bows. We're in search of a land free from hustle and bustle, where a man can just settle down and rest. So our expedition is in search of Tereus and Hupoi. With all the flying about he's done, he'll know just where to find such a city.
Hey, look!
What is it?
Look at my crow.
My jackdaw's staring up at something as well. Looks like he's pointing up to the sky. There must be birds around here. Let's make some noise and see if we can get them to show themselves.
Try giving the rock a big kick with your foot.
Why don't you bang on it with your empty head? It'll make a lot more noise.
I know. Pick up a stone and knock it on the cliff.
All right. Boy! Boy!
What are you doing? Don't go calling the old bird boy. You should summon him by calling Hupoi.
Hooey! Hupoi! Here, Hupoi, Hupoi, Hupoi! Yoo-hoo! Hupoi!
Who are you to you who Hupoi?
Apollo, help us! Look at the pecker on this bloke!
Oh no, Nestor birds.
Hang on, that's not a very nice thing to say.
I have nothing to say to you, man.
But we're not men.
Well, whatever you are then.
I'm a yellow striped dribbler, a Libyan species.
There is no such bird.
Hey, if you don't believe me, take a look at my feet.
And you, what species of bird are you?
I'm a brown rump turd dropper from Farsia.
What about you then? What in the name of God are you?
Isn't it obvious? I'm a secretary bird.
You mean you're bottom of the pecking order?
No, not really. When my master got his wings, I signed up for the feathers too, so I could stay on, attending to his needs. I'm the Hoopoe's personal assistant.
We know what kind of a personal assistance you give me.
Well, he was a man once. He still has certain longings. If he fancies a little bit of fish to nibble, I run down the Fowleron to get him a nice dish. When he wants to lick up some soup, I run and grab a couple of big jugs so he can dip his ladle.
Oh, I see. You're a swift. Why don't you run inside and get your master and be swift about it?
No. He's taking a nap after lunch on Myrtle and Gnats.
So go and wake him up.
All right, just for you. I'll wake him. But I warn you, he's not going to be very happy about it.
Good riddance. Scared me half to death, that bastard.
Bastard. He scared my jackdaw away.
You mean you got scared and dropped your load?
Where's your crow then? You relieved yourself of it, didn't you?
I certainly did not.
Well, where is it then?
It pissed off.
I'm relieved to hear of your bravery, my friend.
Unbar the hedgerow, I'm coming out.
Hercules, what kind of creature is that? Just look at his plumage and that great triple crest.
And you are?
Gods, it must have taken all 12 Olympians to have done that to you.
I do hope you are not ridiculing my plumage. Remember, strangers, that I was once a man.
We're not laughing at you.
What then?
It's the beak. It looks ridiculous.
You can blame the damn playwright, Sophocles. He did this to me in that dreadful tragedy of his.
So you're Terrius. Are you really a bird, or do you just like to strut like a peacock?
I am indeed a bird.
Well, what happened to all your feathers?
They fell out.
Have you been unwell?
Don't be absurd. Everyone knows that birds molt in the winter. Come spring, they will all be back. Now then, who exactly are you?
We're humans
And where are you from?
from the land of beautiful battleships.
You're not jurors, are you?
No, not at all. In fact, you might call us jury trolls.
I didn't think they had that type of species in a particular region.
Oh, there's a few out in the country. They're very rare.
Why have you come here, gentlemen?
We wanted to get together with you
And whatever for?
because once you were a human just like us, because you were plagued by debts just like us, because you hated paying them just like us. But then you turned from a man to a bird and waited. Over land and sea, a bird's eyes view, you might say. I mean, you walked on the wide side. We thought that you might be able to help us. That and all your flying about, you may have come across a nice, softy, and woolly city where two tired men can snuggle up and live in peace and tranquility.
So you are seeking a place greater than Athens.
No, not greater, softer. A city tailor-made just for us.
Perhaps you were looking for an aristocracy.
No, thank you. I had enough of this farty windbags.
Well, what kind of city do you want to live in?
A place where the worst thing could possibly happen would be to wake up in the morning and find all my mates crowding around my door with party invitations saying, "By Zeus, get up, get washed and dressed, get the kids a bath. We're having a wedding feast, no excuses, and you better make sure you turn up. Otherwise, we won't be around to help when you're in a fix."
By Zeus, I can see you know all about suffering.
Oh,
And what about you?
I'm after the same thing.
Such as?
A place where the father of some pretty young boy would come up to me and complain saying, "Hey, Twinkle Toes, that's no way to treat my son. He told me that you bumped into him outside the gym and you never tried to give him a little kiss or a cuddle. And what's more, you didn't even bounce his balls. And you call yourself a friend of the family."
Oh dear, you really do love trouble, don't you? I think I know just the place, a lovely little Arabian resort on the Red Sea.
Good God, no! Nowhere near the sea. I don't want an Athenian battleship like the Salamania turning up one morning carrying a cargo of court summonses. Is there a city in Greece you can recommend?
What about a city of Leprius in Eli?
Ugh, sounds a bit infectious to me. I'd never be able to forget Melanthius and his acne. Makes me itchy just to think about it.
You could settle down with the opportune in Locris.
Opuntius? That one-eyed, big beaker swindler? You couldn't pay me to live with him.
So what's it like living with the birds then? You know about that.
Oh, it's not bad at all. For a start, birds don't need money.
I suppose you just put it on your bill.
We just swan around nibbling on sesame seeds, myrtle berries, poppy seeds, and mint.
What a life. Like being on an everlasting honeymoon.
That's it, I've got it. What a brilliant idea. The power you hold. If only I could persuade the birds to do it.
Make me do what?
Well, for starters, I would make you take some advice. I mean, stop flapping around with your beaks open. Look at you. Everyone thinks that birds are stupid. Back in Athens, birds weren't worth a hoot. If we see someone running around like a headless chicken, we call him bird brain, a cock up, or a Tellius the flight.
By Dionysus, you are quite right. But what would you have us do?
Found your own city.
Found a city? The birds?
You really are a bird of ill omen, aren't you, Kukoi? Look down there.
I'm looking.
Now look up there.
Looking.
Look above. Crane your neck.
I just hope I don't do myself an injury twisting around like this.
What do you see?
Clouds in a great deal of sky.
Exactly. That's the pole of the birds.
What do you mean, pole?
It is quite simply the place of polarity, and everything passes through it. Hence, it is called a pole. The pole needs a policy, so colonize it. Build walls, police the wall, and the pole becomes a policy, the polarized polity. Instead of grubs and grasshoppers, you master all mankind. And if the gods pick up a fuss, you can starve them out with your very own million seeds.
How?
Because you will inhibit the space between heaven and earth. Look, if I wanted to go from Athens to Delphi, I would have to pay the Botonians to cross their territory. Now, when mortals sacrifice to the gods, the snow thief saver has to pass through your territory in order to reach up to the heaven. If the gods refuse to pay the tribute, then you just stop the smoke and starve them out. Do you get it?
Ooh, I just love it. By all the nets, traps, and snares of this good earth, I've never heard such an exquisitely clever idea. Let's build this city of birds together. That is, if one other birds agree, of course.
But who will put it to them?
You will. Don't worry. I've taught them to speak. They used to twitter away like birds, but not anymore.
How are you going to call them together?
Simple. I'll just quickly slip in the bush and rouse my lovely little nightingale. They'll all come flocking when they hear our bird call.
My dear Kukoi, what an excellent idea. Quickly, pop in the bush and get your way. I can't wait to see the nightingale aroused.
Come, my darling, rise from the slumber. Fill the ear with your holy number. Cry the keen from the lips divine. Sing for eating. It is both yours and mine. Pour forth the melody, honey sweet. Rise the warble, chirp the tweet. Through the leaves the song is loose. Pure notes reaching the realm of Zeus. Golden-eared Apollo sings his song. And to this lament plucks his strings. Heavenly chords from his ivory lyre inspire the gods, the immortal choir. Singing together, one voice for all. Blessed gods cry the hallowed call.
By Zeus, what a heavenly sound! She's filling the whole bush with her honey.
Hey,
What? Keep quiet.
Okay, so we'll continue.